It's almost the autumn equinox, so cue the autumnal intro. Hey crew, welcome back to the Spiritual Social. I'm Lexi, your local lightworker. I'm a tarot reader and an astrologer, and I'm very happy to have you here with me today, beautiful souls. This is a romantic pick-a-card reading that I decided to focus on your person's sunset thoughts. I decided to choose a moment of the day, a moment where things slow down, where at the end of a long, hard day of work, your person's thoughts could be drifting towards you, and I'm really sneaky and curious, and I'd like to find out what exactly it is that they're thinking. This reading applies the best for those of you that are already in situationships, in contact, in certain connections, in long-term connections, in separations, but you do have a relationship going, or it might apply as well for those of you who are looking to attract an upcoming partner that kind of carries the energy of the person you're going to hear today in this reading. So I have here for you 3 options. I have a couple of dice. So for group 1, we have the purple dice. Then we have for group 2 the green dice with a Sagittarius glyph. For group 3, we have a blue dice with the Saturn glyph. This is how they decided to pop on the table, and I decided to go with it, not obstructing the flow of the divine. I also pre-shuffled your oracle cards here. I grabbed a couple of them. I think it's about 5 or 6. I want to give you as much information as possible, but as you know, or if you're new to my channel, on my channel I live shuffle from the tarot deck, but I pre-shuffle the oracle cards so that I don't spend a lot of time shuffling and eating up of your precious time. Okay, my love, so if you've taken a moment to decide which of these options fits with you the most, then I really look forward to seeing you at your pile. Also, this reading is part of a sequence of readings that I decided to create for you. I have 3 more coming up in the next week, plus a couple of tarot school videos. I'm still working on my Astro hunks. I had some editing issues, but a couple of those are coming up soon. I'm preparing Astro Babes. Yeah, lots of goodies coming your way. So make sure to subscribe and tap the bell to receive notifications every time I upload. I also am given a very beautiful break from my personal readings at the moment. I wrapped up most of them, and I'm in a period where I have more time to create more content here free on my channel on YouTube. Also, if you're into podcasts or meditations or kind of slow vibing videos, then make sure to check my other channel, Spiritual Soulscapes. So I think I said everything I needed to send. Oh, thank you very much to everyone who's sending tarot and oracle decks my way. As soon as they arrive, I'll let you guys know, and I cannot wait to put them in the service of this wonderful collective that we're building here. And I'm already tripping over my words with excitement. We're very close to reaching another milestone, 37K. So there is a higher likelihood that the next pick-a-card reading is going to be a giveaway. And yeah, let's make this happen, guys. I want to give you free gifts. So without further ado, I look forward to seeing you at your group. Bye-bye. Hey group 1, hello my loves, I'm so happy to have you here. Welcome to the Spiritual Social and to your pick-a-card reading on the topic of your person's sunset thoughts about you. So this is for those of you that were drawn to this purple dice. I was trying to bring it back to the number it had on it. I think it was number 12. Maybe the number is significant to you. You might know this person for 12 months, 12 years in some cases, although I think the likelihood of that is quite reduced. But there is something here about the number 12. You could be born on the 12th of the month, or this person could be born on the 12th of the month. Before I show you the oracle cards, I want to live shuffle from the good tarot. I kind of got a little bit carried away. This person is so impatient, and I also saw a dark hair. So this person can have dark hair, dark short hair, a little bit bristly. That's kind of what I'm getting. For some of you, this person has curly hair, and you really like to put your hands through their hair. Okay. Oof. Yes, stalemate. You guys are a distance from each other. There's no contact. There's a separation. You both are in your individual caves, you know, in your inner sanctuaries, thinking about the other person. I feel in some way the fantasy sustains you both. The Hanged Man is the card of Pisces. It shows a person that has been persecuted for their beliefs, for being different, for daring to be unique, and thereby they are excluded. They are shunned from society because they do not comply with the rules of society. So you both could be quite original, unique, innovative individuals, but you might have been shunned from your respective individual families, and you're looking to find a family within someone else. You're looking to find, not necessarily out of a desperate need to be with someone because you feel unsafe and your root chakra is exploding. This is more about, I want to come home to someone. I want to feel like I'm understood, like I'm seen, like I'm loved, like somebody can look into my eyes and see me for who I really am, not for a projection of their desires, you know? Oh, and this goes really deep because for a second I just felt like I couldn't swallow. Wow, okay. Yeah, strong feelings between the two of you, like molten lava. This warmth that is kind of like underneath the surface. This is what I'm picking up on. This person thinks so often about you, and I dare to say, just by judging by this first card, I might be jumping ahead, but I feel that this person loves you. It's Pisces, it's unconditional love. They could have an idealized version of how they love you. They might not know you fully and you might doubt their love, but it's like this energy of love is streaming from them towards you. Whether you choose to receive it or not, that is your choice. The Eight of Earth. This person is thinking about how willing they are to put in good work to keep you by their side. They are aware that a relationship is not only about that initial, oh, wow, we met, we fell in love, yay, smooth sailing from now on. No, it very rarely is like this. They're willing to sustain the connection, to put in that maintenance work, you know? I feel I'm hearing soul plumber. So it's kind of like this person is like a soul plumber. It's like an emotional architect. I don't know, like a spiritual wood chipper. I'm just coming up with all these weird, you know, expressions, but I feel like this person, they could have certain earth energies in their chart, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. I am more inclined to say this person has more Capricorn and Virgo than Taurus. Taurus is more bent on pleasures. They do work hard, but they work hard more in the area of, you know, attaining their own income, working towards getting their assets, their objects, their food. But in partnerships, they tend to rely on their natural attractiveness, while Virgo and Capricorns, they like a challenge. They want to put in the work. They might find it weird that, you know, they are in a connection with a person and they cannot work towards gaining that person or sustaining that connection. They like that. They like that effort. They like the stamina of keeping a long-term connection going. 444 when I said that. Okay, so we might be tapping here into a deep truth. Your oracle cards, forbidden. Oh. So this might be a connection between a person that is in a connection with someone else, is married. This could be an age different connection, a connection for two people that is spanning across races, across continents, across classes. A real Romeo and Juliet kind of vibration here. You know, it's like, I want you, but I cannot have you. I have to respect other rules of society, in spite of the fact that at least one of you in this connection is shunned by society, and potentially this is what leads to this forbidden fruit kind of vibe. One of you is the person that obeys the rules of society, the other one could be the rebel, the outcast. And how are you going to make this connection work when you're both kind of being blocked by this social animal, right? The social institutions around you that are creating these impediments. So there can be some contracts that are blocking you from being together with each other. If this is a connection that was established at work, it could be that whole employee-employer regulations, you know, HR might get into this. It can get really messy and, you know, it might affect the social status, the public role of both of you. If this is a connection where you guys are bound by intimate contracts, this could be a marriage, this could be a civil partnership, a connection where a person is bound by, you know, alimony payments to their baby mama or baby daddy. There is a feeling here that, yeah, there are just strings that are connecting your person to something else. And I feel that in your case, you might have been left hanging, but your person thinks about breaking through this forbidden aspect of your connection, and on a certain level it turns them on. I'm just gonna have to say it, the fact that this connection is not so freely available. Remember, this person likes to put in the hard work. It turns them on. It kind of makes them almost like compulsively think about you. So towards the end of the day, when rush hour is over, when the heat of the day is appeased at sunset time, this person is thinking about how can they rush forward, how can they stampede towards you. I'm getting an Emperor and a Chariot kind of energy, although I'm surprised that these energies didn't pop up in the deck. Let's see the bottom of the deck, the 10 of Air. So there is something deeper than just these outward external circumstances. This person might have sworn, they might have made a pact with themselves that they will never open up their heart to someone. They have been so betrayed in the past by a previous connection that they just cannot do love anymore, you know. They're done, it's over. With the 10 of Air, this talks about being shot down to such an extent that it took them all of their willpower to pick themselves back up again. And they will never want to put themselves in that vulnerable position. So if this situation is left hanging, if you're up in the air, if there's no contact, if you don't understand what's happening, things were going so well between the two of you, but yet all of a sudden the karmic stronghold, I'm getting a sense that it's because this person, on a deeper level, through their willpower, because our willpower, you know, it is quite powerful in spite of the fact that a lot of the things that happen to us are fated, but some lives are more fated than others. You know, some of us have deeper karma embedded within our astrological charts, while others have pretty smooth sailing in this lifetime. You know, it all depends on your previous karma, on the dharma you're creating at the moment in this plane. But I'm getting a sense that this person is working through something pretty devastating for their own soul's development, and yet they cannot stop thinking about you. There is a real sense that, you know, they might find their power within you. 8 is the number of power, and we have it here as well with 18, right? So we have a sequence of number here, 10, 18, and 8, yeah? And it's interesting because the Hanged Man, number 12, and you had on the dice number 12. Yeah, so again, a sequence of numbers for those of you that are thrilled by numerological patterns. A new romantic cycle begins. Oh, I feel like this person at sunset, they think about how they just want to drop. They just want to drop everything. They want to get out of their car and walk towards you. They want to quit work and just come towards you. They want to get off from their dinner table if they're sharing their dinner table with a wife or a husband that they no longer care for. They just want to get up and come towards you, you know, just like that, without any restrictions, without any barriers. To a certain extent, the barriers that exist between the two of you, this person has created them in their mind, yeah? So it's a karmic stronghold that primarily happens on a mental level. And at the same time, I feel like you're also being pushed into holding back your feelings. You could be having a Saturn transit to your moon, to your Venus, which is kind of draining you of your emotionality. It's draining you of your capacity to show love as freely as you've been doing it in the past. It's making you feel tired. It's making you pay attention to what really matters. So you both could be thinking of each other in very sweet, tender ways, but at the same time, it's almost as if you're star-crossed lovers However, I am here to tell you that fresh energy is coming into this connection. Libra season, it's coming up quite soon, or soon from the moment when you stumble upon this reading. Brilliant Virgin. I love this energy. Things are going to work out. 11-11, when I said that, things are going to work out. You don't have to push. You don't have to chase. You don't have to stand down from your power. You don't have to explain yourself. If there was a disagreement between the two of you and you had to draw a firm boundary telling this person, you know, you have to make a choice. It's me or that other karmic block. And that person is at the moment removed from you. They think of you in the highest possible light. So even if you argued, even if you said some things that were maybe said in the heat of the moment, this person just thinks of you. I also feel that there was no sex between the two of you. I'm getting a sense that this is a very purely emotional connection, a purely spiritual connection. And things just gelled very well between the two of you, kind of flowed into each other. You might have discovered that you have a lot of things in common. I'm also hearing like, if only I had waited for you. So yeah, it could be that for the most of you that chose this group, this is a connection with a person that already said yes and vowed themselves to someone else, but it was done out of practicality. It was done because, you know, maybe relatives pushed them into it. Maybe it was an arranged marriage. Maybe this person felt that it was their Saturn return and they had to do something, or they just felt like they wanted to acquire a lot of things. And, you know, acquiring marriage partner, some people see it as an asset, you know, they don't necessarily have tender emotions thinking about getting married. It's like something that I do, that I add on to my social self. I buy a house, I buy a car, I get married, I own this person. So I think this person at the moment is being deeply spiritualized through this connection with you. It's like, you can no longer keep living like this, thinking that people are possessions. So boom, here's this connection with this person that you cannot have, but you also cannot stop thinking about, yeah? The forbidden romantic cycle. This person adores your body. They just think the way you move, the way you speak, the way you look, how you dress, how you choose to style yourself, how you take care of yourself. It's just like taken from a picture book of all of their fantasies. And I think that primarily this connection was a connection that was physical, like this person saw you and it's like, boom, you know, like Bugs Bunny, their eyes went like, and it was like, wow, okay, this person's body, you know, Wonderland, right? Like in that John Mayer song. So there's a feeling here that 2 + 5 add up to 7, life path 7. You or this person could be a life path 7. There's a strong attraction here, an attraction for someone that you cannot have, but yet you want so badly with all the fibers of your body. Like it burns, it hurts, you know, but it's kind of like a sweet burn, a sweet agony, because it's an agony created by intense desire. So there is a lot of pleasure to be extracted from that emotional pain of not being able to hold that person. This person with telepathy could be communicating a lot of their feelings, their emotions to you around sunset time. The keywords for this card are nonverbal communication, energetic pulses, mind reading, sending you a lot of yummy, pleasurable sexual energy. Yeah. I feel that they would like you to be by their side, to look at the sunset together, to enjoy it together. I hear that they would like to have like a candlelit dinner with you by the sea. There is something very sweet and romantic about this person. You provoke these poetic feelings inside of them. You inspire these feelings within them. And ultimately, they do hold you in highest regard. So no matter what happened between the two of you, they would like to keep the connection going, even if it's painful, even if you cannot be together. This is an individual that is determined and perseverant, yeah? This card shows a cello, and if you hear, cello is one of my favorite musical instruments, classical musical instruments, because they make those deep, low sounds, right? They touch those low notes, and there is something soothing about that sudden low vibration, that low note. I'm not talking here about a low vibration in the sense of energetic vibration. It's more like a low musical vibration, rhythmic vibration. There is something soothing about the low tones. It's kind of like humming you to sleep, but it's also creating this atmosphere that anything is possible, like you're opening a portal to a different world. In this case, it might be the underworld. I feel like the myth of Hades and Persephone resonate very well with you. So Cora Persephone, the daughter of the meteor that was kidnapped by Hades, or Pluto, the god of the underworld. Don't worry, I don't think this person is thinking about kidnapping you, but they are thinking about eloping with you, doing something completely rash, completely romantic. They love your body. They fantasize about it so much. They want to find ways to work it. Like in the Missy Elliott song, work it, yeah? And on that high note, I just want to end this reading here. I really hope you have enjoyed it. Thank you so much. If you're a new subscriber, hello. I hope you have enjoyed this reading. Consider subscribing, liking, disliking, commenting, express yourself on my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, I love you so much. Thank you for being here and for being part of my crew. And I hope to see you guys in my next one. Take care. Hey group 2, hello my loves, welcome to the Spiritual Social. Welcome to a pick a card reading on the topic of your person's sunset thoughts about you. This is for those of you that were drawn to the green dice with the Sagittarius glyph on it. Let's get into it. Let's find out, what is your person thinking at that really sultry, sensual, smooth time of the day, you know, after rush hour is over, potentially after they completed a day's work, or just beginning, depending. If they are creative, they might just start their day at sunset. A creative or a vampire, you know, you never know. So let's see, what are the cards that I have here for you? Five of Earth. Sorry guys, I drank some mineral water before this reading and I felt like expelling some air, so something is coming up. This person cannot hold their feelings in any longer. Wow, Five of Air. 5-5, your significant synchronicity for this reading. Change, drastic change, a change potentially towards commitment and stability. 5 is the number of the Hierophant card in the major arcana. The World, wow, talk about stability. Saturn energy, completion. Oh, this person is thinking about making all your dreams come true. Things are coming full circle. They have realized how important you are. They have realized your self-worth. You see here, there's a key. There's a keyhole. They found the key to the keyhole. That's a little bit strange. It's kind of like I went a little bit ahead of myself. The energy today is a little bit rash and impulsive. Group 1 had it as well. A lot of things are brewing underneath the surface, and I think that people are at the end of their rope. And I think a lot of things are just gonna burst open with all this Saturn conjunct Jupiter in Aquarius. This is the energy of things kind of like taking some time, like a dynamo, you know, to charge up, and then they just start sparking out. And, you know, Uranus is spontaneous. It's about electricity. It's about doing things the other way around, right? Completely unexpectedly, completely in a revolutionary kind of way, you know, with that rebellious streak. I'm hearing Earth and Air, so this is basically a combination of very rational, pragmatic energies. Your person could have some Gemini, Libra in their chart, Taurus, Virgo in their chart. These are most of the signs that come through today. There might be here something about this person undergoing their Saturn return at the moment. So they could be having a Saturn return in Aquarius. So they might be feeling quite low on energy, quite burdened by the decisions that they need to make in their life. When you're having a Saturn return, or when they are having, you know, in general, when one is having a Saturn return, it's a period where everything kind of slows down in your life, and whatever you can no longer hold on to is being taken away from you, where your heart is not placed, where you haven't put in the work. Those things are being removed from your life to make space for the oncoming string of responsibilities that you'll need to focus on in the next 25, 26 years up until the second Saturn return. So it's a lot about committing to a job, committing to a person, to a career, to a location, and even potentially beginning a spiritual journey for some of you out there. Let's see what your oracle cards are about. This person is a person that likes to win. They like to be right. They might have had some conflicts with you, some verbal conflicts, where you might have thought, oh, this person is so stubborn, you know, why can't they just admit that they made a mistake or that they're wrong on this thing? Five of Earth, yeah. So there is a feeling here that this person suffers a little bit from low self-worth, but they don't want to communicate that. They don't want to appear weak. So they prefer to be right. They prefer to have these conversations where sometimes they can stoop to quite low comebacks. They might use, for example, something that you said when you were vulnerable. They might use it against you. You know, so something that you shared with them to create intimacy, they're taking that and they're throwing it at you to punish you in some way or to make you feel like there's something wrong with you. When in reality, you're just a normal human being, 444, that has flaws as well as deep qualities. So there is a feeling here of hitting you below the belt, you know, with their words, so to say. So in the sacral chakra, right where it hurts, where your trust is being temporarily destabilized. It's like, I thought you were a kind person, but I'm actually seeing at the moment that you're not, you know, you're not who I thought I was. But these are just lessons, tests in your connection where you guys, yeah, I felt for a second that the energy completely shifted. It's so weird. It's kind of like I'm getting a sense that your energy tends to go low and then it spikes up, and it tends to go low and then it spikes up. It's not a smooth sailing, smooth flowing connection, unfortunately, guys. Aries, it's because one of you is finding out what they want and who they are. And this is a process. Some of you could be in a connection at the moment with a Sagittarius. We had the Sagittarius glyph over here, and you could be a North Node in Aries, which means that the way in which the other person is fires you up, it inspires you, but at the same time you are you could unconsciously be making certain mistakes in this connection. So it, you know, it takes two to tango. But I'm getting a sense that you're learning how to express yourself. You're learning how to stand your ground, how to speak your truth, how to be yourself, how to individuate, yeah? Without needing to people please, without needing to tend to this person's desires. Oh, I'm getting a sense that you're also learning how to selfishly ask for what you want in a connection, rather than spend too much time focusing on the other person, exhausting yourself trying to empathize with the other person's needs. In this connection, you're meant to actually allow the other person to please you, allow the other person to give to you. And that might be the difficult aspect, because in a way, this person actually draws a lot of their worth from pleasing you. But they can sometimes come across as domineering as well, and that might put you off because you don't want to be in a connection with somebody that tells you what to do. At Sagittarius energy again. At sunset, this person is thinking about how to make it up to you. How can they come to you without groveling, without sounding desperate, without looking pathetic, without looking as if this was a situation where this person is trying to reconcile following a verbal showdown. They might not want to apologize because that would put them at fault. It's almost like they want to gloss over what happened and come proudly at you, and they would expect you to do the same. They would expect you to stand in your power, you know, to be completely, okay, well, I said what I said, you know, I'm not taking it back. And they would be the same. That's the same with me, but I still want to be with you. This is what this person is imagining. So we have luck is on your side. This connection is helped, completely helped from beyond. It could be at at the moment. It could also be that one of you had to go on a holiday, because I am getting a sense that whatever happened between the two of you was because one of you was burned out. You know, they had too many things to deal with, and you maybe showed up in their life as the cherry on top of the cake, and then that cake crumbled because it was built on very shoddy foundations. Maybe this person had to appease the crisis in their family. They had extra responsibilities at work. Maybe they had to pay bills. There is something here, you know, like maybe their health suffered right in that period when they met you. It's like a couple of things coming together and then crashing down on them. So it could be that this person took a holiday following a conflict or an argument with you, and now they are taking their time to replenish and to figure out how to come at you with the best possible offer, but in a way in which it is dignified, not in a way in which they're groveling or super apologizing, because the power balance between the two of you needs to be very carefully handled so that neither of you abuses the other person's kind-heartedness, empathy, willingness to say, I was wrong. High Priestess of Earth. They think about how sensual you are. This person loves your neck. They love your collarbones. You see how open she is here. They love your lips. You could have very big doe eyes, you know. They love to just get lost in your eyes. This person cannot stop thinking about you, especially at nighttime, especially as the moon is growing. So as it's growing from new to full, this person is being kept awake by rich fantasies of being together with you in a garden, in a lush environment, dining with you in a burlesque palace, or in something that is very voluptuous, very regal. It's like they want to put a red carpet at your feet. Yeah, you do have a certain star-like quality. There is a lot of charisma. You emanate a lot of charisma. You make people easily swoon. You might not think of yourself in this way, but this is what I see in the cards. You know, you're also a very lucky person. Very lucky, very sweet. Very, you attract luck in your life because you choose to see the higher picture. You choose not to get lost in petty, nitty-gritty details. It's like if a person wronged you, or if you guys are not compatible, you choose to walk away and go, move on to a next situation, a next person, a next project, the next location. You don't sit and whine and complain and drag and revisit and want to get back at that person, you know? It's like, you understand, it's my karma, your karma, you know? That's okay. Enough has been said, enough has been done. So this is really attractive. This is incredibly attractive. Her wicked ways here, 1111, represents almost like an ice queen demeanor. But hear me out, this is working in your favor. Your person loves this about you. They're thinking at sunset when there is that molten solar light coming through, filtering through their windows, through the windows of their car or of their home, of their office. This person is thinking about, I just want to melt this person. I just want to see how this person looks when they're completely off their high horse, mollified by pleasure, you know? Yeah, they're thinking about ravishing you a little bit, you know, completely like messing your hair, messing your makeup, because you could be a person that portrays herself with a lot of dignity, you know, like a very moral attitude. We have a lot of Taurus energy here. Taurus, maybe potentially even some Leo energy. We have Aries, Sagittarius, as I said earlier. Or you could be a Sun conjunct Saturn. Yeah, so there is this vibration about you. Saturn kind of slows down, lowers the energy. So you could be any of these signs, but you're a little bit slowed down by Saturn's grip of your solar light. And I think that this person, interestingly enough, might want to take that position as well. They could be this kind of like paternalistic approach that they want to take. They could come across as a little bit of a know-it-all. If this is a man, they could mansplain sometimes, and it really drives you bonkers because you're highly intelligent. Yeah. But I think it's because this person kind of wants to impress you. You know, they want to... You left such a strong impression on them. It's almost almost Empress energy. I feel like you still are growing into that beautiful energy. So don't stop. Keep being you. Keep doing you. And keep being lofty and unapproachable. A little bit haughty, you know, you can even play that card. Be a little bit haughty, be a bit mysterious. It's working in your favor in this connection. Don't spill out all of your secrets, you know. And if you told this person no, stand by that no, okay? Draw that boundary. Allow them to come and conquer you. The final card I have for you, Divine Sensuality. Whenever I see this card, I think that the person in the card looks a lot like Kirsten Dunst. If you guys know her, she played in Marie Antoinette. So we have here making love erotica. Well, guess what this person is thinking about at sunset? They're thinking about how they like to peel off your clothes slowly, gently, and kiss all over your body. This person has fantasies of eating with you and of eating you. I'm not going to say more because I don't want to make this an 18 plus. Number 22, your significant master number. We had a couple of synchronicities in this reading. 5-5, 2-2, 11-11 when I said earlier, 4-4. There is something speeding up. Whenever you see these synchronicities, it means that your heart is opening. Keep your heart open because there will be a pleasant, satisfactory resolution in this connection. When I see this card as well, I mean, I want to show it to you again because it's so beautiful. All this pink energy. I also have a pink feather here. This person might want to just bring you a lot of pleasure. Like they might want to tickle you. They might want to cuddle you, kiss you, fall asleep with you. They think you're very earthy. You calm them down. You bring them to a state of peace, of relaxation. And I'm just noticing right now that her skin is actually pink itself. This person thinks that you're protecting yourself very strongly, and they kind of love that about you, that you can be so sensual and feminine, and yet you know how to protect yourself. You know, you don't put up with fools. But then again, this person might have taken a risk with you, and now they are beyond that barrier. They might slowly sink into the fool group if they don't do something to kind of show that they care for you. So there is a fine line to cross between the two of you, and this person knows that they are on hot stones with you at the moment. So they're going to try to see whether they can tiptoe back to you. They're going to do this in a very stealth way. And then when they will establish contact with you again, they're going to come at you with a lot of joy and a lot of pride. But at the moment, they're recuperating. So at sunset, they just wish upon a star and they send you a blessing. It's kind of like I'm hearing that they might blow a kiss to the sky or to the sun, thinking about you and your divinely sensual, wicked ways, hot and cold. This is how this person perceives you, that you're blowing hot and cold with them. And it is this energy of blowing hot and cold that on some level, it drives them wild, you know, it makes them think how complex this individual is. It might also make you or make them want to arm wrestle you, but hey, that adds to the flirting game, right? Okay, so I feel very called to end this reading here. Thank you so much for listening. It's been a pleasure for me to create this reading for you. If you're a new subscriber, hello. Consider subscribing, consider liking or disliking this video. If you're a new subscriber, consider subscribing. I'm just realizing that. Well, yeah. Comment down below, let me know your thoughts, let me know your 2 cents. I love to read your comments. And also, if you're a returning subscriber, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for being part of my crew, and I look forward to seeing you in my next one. Ciao. Hey group 3, hello my loves, welcome to the Spiritual Social and welcome to your pick a card reading on your person's sunset thoughts about you. I do need to mention that the light outside completely changed during your reading, so there could be a really interesting energetic shift taking place between you and the person on your mind. This is for those of you that were drawn to the blue dice with a Saturn glyph on it. So let's find out, what is this person thinking of at sunset? Wow, there is a white feather floating in front of me. Angelic protection. Angelic protection. You guys could be that pile that has the strongest numbers of spiritual unions or spiritual higher order connections. So let's see. Yeah, when I said that, the 4 of fire, my goodness, thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Spirit, for being present. 4 of wands. This person is thinking about marrying you. They're already planning it. They're thinking about who's going to write the invitations, who's going to cater the food, who's going to book the venue. Sorry, for a second, I wanted to say avenue. This person could be driving on a very long avenue with some palm trees as they're thinking about you, maybe on their way to work or from work. It depends, you know, because at sunset, some people actually have just come out of their 9 to 5, while other people, creative people, are just going into the studio or are just, you know, starting up their creation. Creative people usually like to work at nighttime because it's quiet and they can think and they can feel. Yeah, so there is a feeling here with the 4 of wands. This person is already kind of like planning the details of your reunion, reconciliation, how to move your connection forward to the next level. If this is a long distance connection, this person is thinking, especially at that sweet sunset moment of the day, how to get closer to you. You know, how can we make this happen? What are the pragmatic aspects of making this come into being? They want to be with you. They want to live with you. 4 is the number of foundations. So they want to have like a stable foundation with you. And you see, like, I feel that there's an abundance of hair in your reading. My hair. So I feel like this person is removing obstacles. You know, it's like, I'm not interested in anything that is blocking this. I'm done. I'm done waiting. I'm done blocking. I want it and I want it now. Fire energy. Yeah, wow, 7 of fire. So we're going very fast from the 4 to the 7, and they are both signs that I usually see from spirit. You know, when you see those 4-4 or 7-7 synchronicities, that's usually an indication from spirit that your heart is opening up. The heart energy is open. Keep at it, okay? Because you are attracting something in your immediate reality. So you're pulling this person in. When this person is thinking about you at sunset, it's because you're also thinking about them. It's like you're sending each other very beautiful spiritual love notes. And they can have a tinge of sexual and sexual desire as well to them, yeah? I feel like some of you know this person for quite a while. And if you have recently met and you felt this sense of familiarity, it's because, of course, you share a past life connection with them. It feels as if time has been spent someplace, either in this reality or in other realities, but you know this person on a deeper level than other people are able to. And you feel this, you picked up on this, even if you had just met them. So there is something here, there's a deeper knowledge here happening between the two of you, maybe something written between the two of you in Akashic Records. I'm not sure how Akashic Records work with synastry. Maybe somebody would care to illuminate me regarding that. But the little that I know about the Akashic Records is that they do hold like the reservoir of all of our karmic experiences from past lives. So there is a deep feeling here that you guys might read each other like an open book because of the fact that you could also be quite psychic yourselves. You might be able to tap into each other's deep inner knowing. Yeah, definitely. I'm just getting a very strong sense. And I'm also getting very hot in your readings. All this fire. This could be a connection between 2 fire signs. 444 when I said that. Wow. We're really bursting through spells and, you know, breaking curses in this reading today, because 444 is something that I picked up on in each of the piles. And I don't know, I know that some of you actually watch all of the piles because you just like hanging out with me. Hey, Beanish. In which case I'm really happy to have you here. But yeah, you might have noticed this as well, that I mentioned 444 in all of the piles today. Let me drink some water. Okay, just to balance out this energy, because it was an excessive fire that I was picking up on, and my Libra ascendant wants to keep things on an even keel. So, wow. Libra, balance. I was preempting this card. Unbelievable. One of you could have an ascendant in Libra. You could have a Pluto in Libra. This is a connection that, you know, you're so specifically reincarnated to hash this out, to be with each other. This is the myth of Eros and Psyche, or Psyche. And Psyche, unfortunately, she had to went through a lot of ordeals in order to be with Eros, because he had this condition that he was supposed to swoop in at night and make love to her, but she was not supposed to see him or see his face. And one night she was curious, so she peeked, and boom, they were separated. So it's kind of like wanting to know something about a person before the time is ready will put you in a karmic stronghold where you need to undergo a couple of lessons and tests that are teaching you how to be patient and how to be more modest and how not to overstep your mark. If there was a condition for this relationship, you need to obey that condition. If not, you're putting yourself up for a string of karmic events that are going to be quite emotionally hard for you to handle. Just like Psyche, in her case, that happened. Eventually she got there. Eventually she got Eros, you know. She managed to get him to come out of the shadows, and right when she thought that she was over and done with, that this was hopeless, that's when he swooped in and reconnected with her. Now, I'm not telling you to wait for people indefinitely. You're the only one that decides what you get to do with your heart energy, with your body, with your time, with your effort. Time is such a precious resource. Okay, so resources? You have more than one resource, definitely. But time, your attention are very precious resources. I'm picking up on a lot of interferences in your group, guys. The unseen. Too much is hidden from you. Neptune is playing a part in this reading as well. The veil, the fog that obscures your true vision. You're not able to come at this connection. You're not able to understand it just by using your logical mindset, your received experience in your life so far, or by using your senses. Try not to trust only what you see or hear or think. In this connection, you need to go deeper than that. You need to go in your unconscious. You need to feel your way through this connection. You need to trust and have ridiculous amounts of blind faith. This person, this person is like feeling you so deeply. I'm getting like a very strong solar plexus activation at the moment. They're feeling you so deeply. But at the same time, I'm also getting this gulf in between the two of you, like you're separate, like you're remote, or you decided not to continue. One of you wants to give up on this connection. They're not believing in it anymore. And the other one is just waking up to the realization that they want to be in this connection, which is a bit strange. It's kind of that runner-chaser dynamic. But nothing is yet set in stone. There is a flux, right? So Neptune is making everything ebb and flow in your connection. When one of you is just about to let go, the other one pulls the other one back, almost like you're connected by a red string. And this string is kind of like, who's going to take control? Who's going to handle this energy? And it needs both of your commitment at the same time, simultaneously, for that string to, I'm hearing, turn from red to golden. Maybe that is some sort of spiritual alchemy that you guys are establishing in the world beyond the veil, as you're traveling astrally to each other, as you're communicating to one another. Whoa, I feel like I'm coming at you pretty fast, but that's kind of the energy that I'm picking up here. I mean, remember, we began with the 4 of fire, yeah? Strong spiritual link. This person at sunset could also be creating certain spells. They don't need an altar. They don't need stones. They don't need potions. They could create certain affirmations that they keep mulling over, ruminating over. And in this way, they are bringing that into being, because they're programming their conscious mind, and through the repetition, their unconscious mind as well. And then when they get up, they feel compelled to take certain actions. That's kind of how manifestation works. You know, you guys need to come in alignment, your mind, your thoughts, with what you're feeling. And this person feels so much for you. And then taking that action, right? Taking a step further. Should I go away from this person, or should I go towards this person? Movement. Yeah, it's interesting because very soon I'll be releasing my second podcast episode, and I want to talk about movement as a way to tap into the spiritual knowledge, as a way to activate your prana, your inner fire, right? The breath that activates the inner fire of life, right? That thing that gets us up and going every time and overcoming a lot of challenges. You guys might have been tested by life in this connection. But you both feel like the other one is a unicorn. Your person is mirroring so much of what you're thinking. So if you're dreaming of this person, feeling like you're astrally projecting yourself to this person, feeling like at sunset you miss them so badly that it hurts, feeling like this person is making you feel happy, like it's giving your life a purpose to love them, exactly the same things are felt by your person, and to a certain extent they have similar thoughts. I'm saying to a certain extent because maybe your person comes from another culture and they might verbalize or think, they might have thoughts in a different language than yours, or they could use different words. So you guys are pretty much the same on a soul level, but your outer coating, can be quite distinct, or it might have certain differences. For example, you could have a different colored skin, or you could speak different languages, or you could, there might even be a height difference. So there is something strongly soulful linking you together. There is strongly, deeply universal kind of linking you together. But at the same time, there are some outer core differences that are not necessarily separating you. They're just making you who you are, two separate individuals. Movement. This person wants to take action. And I feel that they are inspired to take action. And I'm also noticing another synchronicity here. 4-4. Yeah, 4-4. Stability. They want to lay the foundation. It's like enough is enough. Enough, beating around the bush. Enough chasing chimeras. I want this and I want it now and I want it physically because, oh baby, you're a supernova in their mind. This is coming in hot, fast, like a meteor, I'm kind of thinking of the Perseids, if I'm not mistaken. They took place in August this year. There's that meteor shower that we are able to have access to, I think, almost every year. It's visible with the eye from Earth. And this is also about you being quite a firecracker, you being a person that is like, you're standing your ground, you're imposing conditions, you're not just letting this connection flow as it should. Sometimes even you're controlling ways or controlling behaviors. I don't think you're overwhelmed by them, but sometimes, we all naturally have an instinctive desire to kind of control our lives or exert a certain amount of rational control. But even that turns your person on. They feel like you're in command, they feel like, ooh, I want to be bossed around by this person. And they feel like you would be a person that they can generally create something with, that you can help them out, that if need be, they can retreat when they're sick or tired, or when they might have a rough patch in their life, and you can take control of whatever it is that you guys are creating together, a family, a business. Just take control of the situation and nurse them through it, if need be. So you inspire a lot in this person. It's like two fires lighting up, the moment when you guys saw each other, Akashic records being revisited, a lot of information being downloaded very quickly. I feel like you guys are protected. I mean, remember the feather that I saw at the beginning of your reading? The light changes because the light is now completely bright. It's brighter outside than how it was at the beginning. Energetic shifts left and right. However, you did choose the dice with Saturn's glyph. So slow and steady. It's gonna take a couple of years for you guys to actually bring this through or manifest it, especially if you've just recently met. But this is a higher order connection, one worthy of the Eros and Psyche myth. And I'm just getting that after a period where it felt like you were dancing with Neptune. It felt like you were in a hazy, rosy colored fog, or in a fog where you were a little bit disappointed. You couldn't touch things around you. It's like, where am I walking? What is happening here? Where am I going? All of a sudden, movement. The path is cleared. You're ready to gallop forward. And I feel that this is also your person galloping towards you much more than you galloping towards them. We are now in a cycle where the moon is actually growing from new to full, and I'm getting a sense that this person's energy is like, I cannot hold it in anymore. I cannot hold it in. So their sunset thoughts are very vibrant. They're very passionate. They think of you as their beautiful, bright star, a supernova. So it's like a star that is burning so much hydrogen. It's like, it's insane. It could be creating some other clusters of stars next to it. But this could also talk about, you know, burning so much up until the point where it explodes and shatters. So there is something here, almost as if your connection is somehow bound by time. Actions need to be taken in order for it to be stabilized. And I feel like these actions are coming. So this is what I had for you, group 3. I really hope you have enjoyed this reading, my loves. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing, like, dislike, share comments down below. Also, if you're a returning subscriber, I love you guys so much. Thank you for the support. I'm so happy that you're a part of my crew. I have such special souls in my crew, and I'm super happy to be interacting with you and to be creating these readings for you. Until my next one, take care.